Anyway, good morning. It is
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Go. Yes, indeed. Okay, let me get
good
this off
morning.
there.
Randy Rhodes, you might have such service that I want to.
Hold on. Oh, wait, I got a live mic here. Hold on. I
Okay,
got a
I'm
live
sorry.
mic. There we go.
All right. One of these days we will get it done right. Like I said,
Too many screens. Too many screens.
too many screens, too many buttons, and not somebody paid to push all the buttons and make us all look good. But anyway, Tony with the Bowl, Red Friday Morning Caffeine, Randy Rhodes, and I are live. We are live on the Colonel Randall Rhodes page. We are live on the Randall Rhodes page. We are live on the Dave Glovin profile. So we're live everywhere we're supposed to be. So if you're sitting near a computer, gather around and watch and pay attention, and I will stop moving around so that I look like I am there. Good morning. And let's see, I'm going to turn it over to Randy like I always do for the first 15 minutes or so. I'll comment here and there, but Randy's going to do Red Friday. And go ahead, Randy.
Yes, Red Shirt Friday. Does right now I don't see anyone in the comments section, but we did just get started. I'm not sure why I got to turn my iPad's vertical so I can see comments. But anyways, so Red Shirt Friday. What is it about? What is it about? It is about the respect we give to our military men and women. And I tell you, we unless we ourselves join the military, we have no way of giving back to them all that they have given to us. They've gone into their recruiter's office, or the recruiter came to their schools, like mine did, and they gave you this pitch about how great it's going to be to join the Navy, see the world, or hey, join the Air Force and fly around, or or what are now with the SpaceX, join SpaceX and see the galaxies, like Star Trek, yeah. And who knows, we may have an Enterprise floating around up there somewhere. Who knows? But for what they go through, we cannot begin to experience what they have. But you know what? I have a little bit of taste of what it's like when you first get into the military. When you get off that bus and they make you stand on those yellow outlines of shoes, and then they start yelling at you. And folks, they yell at you. Let me tell you, I never heard so many foul words coming out of an individual's mouth since before I joined the military. With the Air Force, I'm not sure about the other branches. They were allowed to swear at you and use every possible word imaginable, but they weren't allowed to say anything about your mom. Go figure. I don't know. So let's get this show on the road.
Moms are holy. Moms are holy.
Yeah, moms are
Moms
holy.
are holy. We wouldn't. Yesterday we talked about 14 great grandfathers, but if it wasn't for the great grandmothers, none of us would be here.
That's true. That's true. You need both, don't you?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so
You
here
do.
we're going
Go ahead.
we're going to start off with the Marines. Here we go.
Trend Media's USMC Cadence compilation. In this collection, we proudly present the top 7 USMC cadences that embody the spirit, discipline, and pride of the United States Marine Corps. Get ready to experience the rhythm, the motivation, and the history that keep our Marines marching forward with strength and unity. Let's begin.
Hello, 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 road. Hello, 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 road. Hello, hello, road. Hello, 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 road.
Okay.
1980.
So let's
when Magnum started.
Go from there, and he's looking pretty rough, don't you folks think? Let's go to the United States Air Force. Here's the Air Force.
All U.S. cadets, cadets, I can hear you. Much better. All together. USA, United States Air Force. Looking good and feeling fine. Drop your left foot just one time. Now drop your left and drag your right. Drop your left and drag your right. Now if you got that t-shirt pride, break it down, keep it in stride. Air Force! Air Force!
Okay, that's the branch I was in. I don't remember having those backpacks, though. Those backpacks look pretty gosh darn cool. This guy here, I love this guy. This guy here was in the Army. He did all the cadences, and when he got out, he said, you know what? I can make some money singing cadences. So I'm going to play a couple of his. But you know what? This poor guy is catching all holy hell from the left because the Army's cadences, they're a little vicious. So I'm not sure what he's going to sing for us here, the first couple, but please be prepared for some things. But he's catching hell from the left. Again, a lot of bad press reviews and so forth. He actually had to go online and say, you know what? I don't give a shit. This is what we went through. This is what we marched to. And if you don't like it, shove it. So here he goes.
Your mama was home when you left. Your sister was home when you left. Your brother was home when you left. The dog was home when you left. The cat was home when you left. The fish was home when you left. Your daddy, your mama, your brother, your sister, the dog, the cat, the fish was home when you left. And that's the reason you left. I left my home. I left my home to join the army. Join the army. I left my home. I left my home to join the army. Join the army. The day I left. The day I left. My mama cried. My mama cried. She thought that I would surely die. Would surely die. I left my wife. I left my wife standing at the door. Standing at the door. She knew that I would die at war. Would die at war. I left my son. I left my son laying in the yard. Laying in the yard. Seeing Daddy Lee. Seeing Daddy Lee. Made him cry so hard. Made him cry so hard. The day I left. The day I left. My daddy's hand. I shook my daddy's hand. He said that I had become a man. Had become a man. Ooh wee, 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 ooh wee. Join the army. Join the army.
Okay. I want to tell you what, say what you want, but the military isn't there for pansies. Okay. You're going to hear some words during your cadences. You're going to hear some words while you're out there marching. And when you go to war, the shit's going to happen. But, his cadences have a lot to do with family and how the wife, the father, the son, and so forth, the sister, He brings that into his cadences, and that makes me enjoy him more. So up next is... Go ahead.
I think his cadences are based on getting the troops ready in their training to do it. But anyway, I hear him back in, so go ahead.
So up next is the United States Navy. Okay.
I hope that is seriously not a crack at the men and women of our Army, because they have Space Force as they major part of the Army, and they, I think, go into space, whereas Blue Amazon, you gotta turn the off, double in somewhere, and bring us back. Maybe that where Bill, excuse me, where Jeff Bozo, who recently got married, took the ladies and didn't technically go into space. He took them up to touch the bumper, and then brought them back. I don't know why. Anyone say the Army is through Space Force, that's what they're going. They're actually going into space. But anyway, live on Randy Rose Facebook page, we're live on Colonel Randy Rose, we're live on my Facebook page, momentarily. We're playing Kansas and getting the show going on the street on our Randy Rose.
Okay, next up we have the Space Force. Does that emblem look familiar? Okay, that really was not very impressive. But take notice that emblem. Isn't that what the men and women on Star Trek had on their uniforms? Looks very familiar. Yeah. Next up and last is the U.S. Coast Guard. And I'm not sure if he's watching, but Shane Melvin, who was one of my clients for a while, had some unfortunate accidents occur, and he's healing. But he was in the Coast Guard for, I believe, 30 plus years. So this is for you, my friend, if you're watching.
Left my mama at home that day.
Left my mama at home that day.
Headed to sea from Tampa Bay.
Headed to
Mama, mama, don't you fret.
Mama, mama, don't you fret.
I'll be safe, you can bet.
I'll be safe, you can bet.
Deck and con, we're watching fine.
Deck and con, we're watching fine.
Didn't have a care on my mind.
Didn't have a care on my mind.
Too short blast with a signal of harm.
Too short blast with a signal of harm.
Next sound was the collision alarm.
Next sound was a collision alarm.
Mama, mama, don't you worry.
Mama, mama, don't you worry.
I'll get to that locker in a hurry.
I'll get to that locker in a hurry.
Taking on water, going down fast.
Taking on water, going down fast.
I fear today might be my last.
I fear today might be my last.
My shipmates scream for me to help.
My shipmates scream for me to help.
So I open that locker with my belt.
So I open that locker with my belt.
Mama, mama, please don't cry.
Mama, mama, please don't cry.
Your son is gone and I'll tell you why.
Your son is gone and I'll tell you why.
With a heavy last and one large roll.
With a heavy list and one large roll.
He stayed aboard that Blackthorn's hole.
He stayed aboard that Blackthorn's hole.
He gave his life to save his crew.
He gave his life to save his crew.
For his sacrifice, we thank you.
For his sacrifice, we thank you.
Wow. Okay. I tell you what, that's not very encouraging. It's all about the ship going down and guy giving his life. Wow. Okay. U.S. Coast Guard. You better think of some better cadences. Holy crap. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's true.
Okay. So,
Okay, we're back to us.
yeah, we're back to us.
We're back to us.
And for whatever it's worth, folks, each military branch, they say crap about each other, but when it comes down to it, and if our nation ever returns to war, and I hope it never does, they all work together, right? The Marines need the Navy to get them from point A to point B and back to point A via the ships. The Air Force is required for the oversight to fly overhead and drop bombs or whatever on the enemy. The Coast Guard is needed to protect our shorelines from those damn Russian submarines that seem to always pop up around the Alaskan coastline.
Up there in Alaska. Yep. Bucket can tell us about that.
Yeah. Who else did I miss? The Army. Oh, the Army. And the Army, obviously, they're the boots on the ground. They're the ones taking the brunt of the fighting.
Yep.
Yeah. So when you join the Army, folks, you might as well kiss your ass goodbye if you ever go to war. But be it what it be, our nation wouldn't be a nation without the men and women who picked up the pickaxe, picked up the fork, picked up the hunting rifle and whatever else, and grabbed the kids and the sons and kissed the wife goodbye and told the daughter to take care of their mom, and they went off to fight the English.
Yep.
Without that start in our history, we wouldn't be here. We'd be speaking English and drinking tea from a little cup, right? So
opposed to drinking coffee from a big cup.
There you go. Okay, so Dave, it is on you. You take the next segment?
It is on me. It's Friday, Red Friday. We started Red Friday when we had Bill Muckler on with us on Fridays. He used to come on just before his Friday broadcast, and then he retired from the weekly broadcast and joined us on ours for a while. And everyone knows of Bill Muckler. He wrote the 2020 books, 2020 A Clear Vision for America, 2020 A Clear Vision for Our Future, which I call the Conservative Patriot Broadcaster's Bible. That's the biggest respect. Can't remember my words. Bill. We also know that Bill wrote the novel Six Soft Targets, which he said was a blueprint of what he thinks happened on 9/11. Which you should definitely read the three books. The 2020 books, Clear Vision for America, Clear Vision for Our Future. Those are hardbound books. They're $25 for the pair, I believe. And the softbound Six Soft Targets, which I don't have in front of me, and I think Randy tried to pull that to get out of his bookshelf. Softbound book is $20. He publishes them himself. I highly recommend that you read them. And most people that do read them will recommend them to go to 2020americabook.com, 2020americabook.com. That's the website. You can order them from, or you can go to Bill's Facebook page and send him a message on his profile, and he will get back to you. Yep. The 2020 books make an excellent gift for people. So tell them about the person you're going to give them to. If you're going to do that, he'll write something nice. But tell them about you, and he will write something to you that you will appreciate. Not many authors do that today, and he's almost 90 years old. Happens in the beginning of August.
Yeah, I actually
hear from him a lot, but you don't see him. Much. I wish we could have him on more often. Wish you could see him more often. You said, Randy?
I was not saying that thus far I don't see anyone in the comments section. It is a Friday, and people are probably sleeping in. I did luck out. I've been trying to find some donations, primarily of Civil War, World War I, World War II books and magazines to help me with my research. I did come across this one person who had a table full of magazines and books. I mean, it must be like 100 magazines and books. I said, "Oh my God, I would love to have that." And he had down a price of $5. Okay, and usually, it's like a teaser kind of thing where, hey, $5, then when you reach out to a person, I get $5 a book, all right, or $5 for 3 magazines or something like that. He just wanted $5 for like 100 magazines and books. He just wanted all those books off of his table. And he lives in New Holland, which, really isn't that far from me, but I don't drive. And for him to ship it to me would cost a crap load of money. So he's actually going to have his brother. So he says, I hope I'm holding to it. His brother is going to drive these books to my home, and for $5. Awesome. Oh my God, it's awesome. But then I saw another person with books, and it was 5 books for again $5. And that one there was a teaser, but was willing to sell me 9 books for $5. Cool. And that's like, holy crap! There you go. I'll take them. But what we have going on today is, everywhere we look, history is being found, and it's found anew. I was, and I said before too, when people buy these old homes, okay, so they buy these old homes with the purpose of restoring them, or perhaps just tearing the sucker down and building something new on the land, okay, because it's a
Yeah.
nice piece of property. But sometimes, like in this one guy's case, uh, he knew enough that he was looking at the walls in his one room. He said, "You know what? That doesn't look right. There's something wrong with that." And he took a chance and he plowed a hammer through it and find out that it was hollow behind this wall. So
Huh?
they tore away the wall and they found this hidden room. In fact, there's several rooms. So
Oh,
he went into this new section of the house to find, and it was like the one place that had a staircase going down, and he uh, he bought the structure is supposed to be like something like old castle. Go figure. And he tore down the wall. He saw the staircase going down into nothing. Just kind of like ended. And here's this side door going out into the backyard. But again, he took notice that the wall just didn't look right. So he tore down the wall to find out that it went down into a caravan of rooms and all kinds of stuff that he found. Um,
oh, cool.
so
Sounds good.
folks, when you if you buy an old home, uh, just take a close look at it. See, you might have a treasure trove of history or a treasure trove of treasure inside those walls or that floor. Um, so be aware of that, because when the folks came to this new world, they brought with them everything they had that they could carry or in a cart or whatever. And when they built their homes, they had to build them with primarily to start with two things in mind: warmth from the cold from the winters, and then secondly, protection from who knows what might come after you. And
Yeah.
they would make these fake walls, fake rooms, and so forth for people to hide their treasure, whatever. So you never know. You never know what you might find when you buy those old homes. My wife's always saying,
Don't know
"It'll be."
what you might find.
My wife's always saying, "You just ghost." No, man, I don't want that house. There's probably ghosts there. So, oh, come on, Claudette.
Probably could be.
You never know.
Maybe they're friendly ghosts. Maybe they're friendly ghosts. I don't know. Anyway, it's Friday and Red Friday, and we're live on the Colonel Randall Rhodes page. We're live on the Randall Rhodes page. We're live on the David Globin profile. And we're bouncing all over the internet and on Facebook. So you can find us. Not a lot of people watching today, so it could be that it's just a day off Friday. And if it is, I hope you have a great day. And we still have a little bit of tweaking to do to get me into the right position and get the screen into the right position, so it doesn't look like all the pieces look like they did. But we are working on that. Anyway, Randy is with us, and I appreciate all the work that Randy puts in on the studio end of the broadcast right now, because everybody knows that I spill coffee all over my Windows 11 Pro laptop, and the best option right now is to do it on the tablet that we're using, because it's using the fastest version of Chrome. Now that we've covered all of that, get butts in here and watch the broadcast. Randy's doing a lot. Thank you, Randy.
Yeah, no problem. I'm looking at this video. I'm waiting for the punchline here, but this museum was doing some work on their parking lot outside, and wow, and they found that. Come on, I'm going to show this to you, folks. You tell. Hold on a second. I'm going to show this to you. There it is. Pause it. So this museum is doing some work in their parking lot, and they're doing some drilling work, and they're bringing up these cores of material from the ground, and they find this. Now you look at this, folks, and you tell me, okay, other than a difference in the color, this here, this here, they found out was the vertebrae of a dinosaur. Which makes you think that the rest of it must be underneath that parking lot too. But when you look at this, you have to know what the hell you're looking. You have to know what you're looking for to determine that this here is a bone and that's from a dinosaur.
And right here in City Park, of course, we see grass and trees, but if we go just below the surface, when we get below the soil, we start seeing rock that was deposited at the end of the age of dinosaurs, so at about 67 million years ago, and there were big river systems and swamps and things, and that's what's represented under your feet. So next time you go out and you're digging a hole in your backyard, keep digging, you'll get past the soil and you'll get to this rock that's actually of dinosaur age.
I would love to dig a 760.
You know, that's absolutely amazing. I heard someone say too, I forget where it was, that with concerning our drinking water, that, and this is going to sound gross, and I forget where the hell I heard it, but they said that the water we're drinking actually has dinosaur piss in it. And I guess in a way, it probably, I mean, that's true of anything, because you figure water goes into the ground, okay, and eventually it either gets absorbed by the soil or it works its way into underground water systems that goes into your well water, whatever. You know, even you don't know what the hell you're drinking in your well water. I remember taking a tour of when I was in school of the water treatment system, and this is going to sound gross, but they started off at the one tank where all the from the toilet and so forth goes into this big tank, right?
Okay.
No, hold on. And then that goes into the next tank and it gets treated with chemicals and it starts to clean up. And it goes into this next tank, and by the time it gets to the end of the system, this guy takes a cup, goes into the water, and drinks it. And I think to myself, that first of all, that takes a lot like he's doing right now. Like, holy crap, that takes trust in your system. That 4 tanks over, it was all from the toilets, and here you are drinking that water. It's like, but that's what we're drinking. We're drinking, cleaned up, obviously, toilet water. It's like, wow.
Well, just imagine what kind of difficulty we would be facing today if, like, fluoridation has stopped in a lot of drinking water systems now. Could you imagine if sanitation stopped in that water system and you had to take care of it yourself because you couldn't buy bottled water anymore if that's what you're drinking? Get out there and make a difference, people. It's easy for me to say because I sit in a chair most of the time because I can't go out. But get out there and make a difference. Get involved in what you see happening around the country. Let me know. Let Randy know. We'll be more than happy to plug it here if we can. We'll bring someone on to tell Facebook Nation about what is going on. We want you to know. We want everybody to know. Pardon me for my head rolling around, and if that makes it a bit fuzzy on yours, we'll get that figured out. The weekend I'll play with it and get it figured out. I don't like the fact that my head looks about 250,000 bigger than Randy's, so I have to do it. But anyway, it is Friday. We're all here. And if you're here, come on in and tell us what's happening this weekend for you. Because we like to hear that stuff. Or if you have a topic that you want Randy and I to look at in the remaining 25 minutes, tell us. And we'll be more than happy to kick it around with you, even if you don't come on camera. Not everybody likes to come on camera. So we just like to be in the chat room and tell you from there.
Hold on a second. I want to check something real quick.
Okay, Randy's going to check something really quick. So I guess this is a talk amongst yourselves moment, so I'll talk
Yeah.
amongst myself and anybody
Okay,
who
here
is
we go. So I knew that.
okay.
The Bible says that in Isaiah 19:5, the waters from the sea will dry up, and the river will be parched and dry. The waters of the river will dry up, and the riverbed will be parched and dry. The canals will emit a stench, and the streams of Egypt will thin out and dry up. The reason why I bring that up is, and
We're all gonna die.
I haven't researched this, but I want to show a quick clip of this that corresponds to what I just read as far as the ocean so far drying up. Because the idea is that the water is going to be dried up, allowing the armies to march against Israel. Okay, and I'm not very good with geography, so I'm not sure this is even in the area. But look at this, folks. Why in the hell would we want to do this? Okay, let me play that. Bring it forward. Touch the audio.
Quite literally drain the ocean.
Okay, let me bring it back.
100 years ago, a German architect came up with probably the most insane plan in history. He wanted to quite literally drain the ocean. When it comes to engineering megaprojects, it was the most ambitious proposal ever. Nothing else even comes close to it. Not the pyramids of Giza, not the Hoover Dam, not even the Panama Canal. But why did he want to do it? And could his plan have worked? To understand this fascinating story, we need to go back to the 19th century, when a lot of Europeans, especially in Germany, were talking about something called Lebensraum. In English, Lebensraum means living space, and it's a relatively simple idea. As a country's population increases, the people in that country will need more space. In the 1920s, this idea came to the attention of Adolf Hitler and had a major effect on his worldview. He decided that as the German nation grew in power, it would need a lot more living space. Other Europeans had the same idea. Populations were skyrocketing all across the continent, and there wasn't enough room for everyone. These bloated countries were jostling for space, like selling balloons in a cramped room. And many people at the time thought it was a matter of time before the balloons began to pop. There were energy demands to consider too. As populations rose, so would energy requirements, which meant raw materials like coal and oil would become more and more essential. All in all, it felt like a matter of time before war over new living space broke out in Europe. These growing countries needed land and resources, and their only option was to take those things from each other. At least that felt like their only option. But in the 1920s, another German began to study the problem from an entirely new perspective. His name was Hermann Sorgel, and he came up with one of the most astonishing plans in history. He called it Atlantropa. This name was a combination of Atlantic and Europa, and it was meant to remind people of Atlantis, the mythical underwater city. And it's hard to say which sounds more realistic, the myth of Atlantis or plans for Atlantropa. To put it simply, Sorgel wanted to drain the Mediterranean. By emptying that massive body of water, he could free up new land for European settlement and solve the problem of Lebensraum without anyone going to war. The Mediterranean is roughly 8 times larger than modern Germany. That's a lot of unused space. Sorgel envisioned vast swaths of land reclaimed from the depths and transformed into fertile plains. He envisioned beautiful networks of towns and cities where people were free to live in peace without worrying about running out of space.
So essentially, he was thinking about draining the ocean to make plans for more living space, which, in some respect is not a bad idea, because you're not going to war like Hitler did and other people did to seize land and kill people. But that plan back in the 1920s could probably be carried out today with our modern technology. I mean, look, we're able to manipulate the weather. And I didn't have a chance to look at the report, but I saw where someone said that the government had ceded the land and ceded the air, and then 2 days later you had those horrendous floods coming from that river, which killed people. And there's still a search for like 170 lives haven't been found yet. But I mean, is it possible to drain the ocean?
Well, it's possible, but I would imagine it's not really something you want to do unless you save the water and you treat the water and you have the water available to be used if it's needed, because you get rid of a major resource by dumping all the water and just leaving the land. And get rid of a major resource. Adolf had some real good ideas, but he also had some real crazy ideas.
Yeah, I wonder,
I'm gonna
where
put
would
that.
you put all the water? I mean, you're going to drain it out. It has to go somewhere, right?
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, like I said, like you said, where are you gonna put
Bring your
where are you gonna
bottles,
put all
folks.
that
Free
water?
water.
And
Yeah.
to the 13 people that are viewing, that means you're not in a live chat. Come on into a live chat, because it really is a lot more fun to be involved. People want to talk with you. We can find topics from you. We've got about 8 minutes
Yeah.
before, no, yeah,
So we just had our,
and about 18 minutes before Randy has to take off.
yeah,
And
we just
Red
had
Friday
our,
comes to an end. Go ahead,
we
Randy.
just we just had the outside of our house sprayed for bugs. Remember how I mentioned about the praying mantis? I hope they don't get killed by it. But we've taken notice
No.
to we call them piss ants here in Pennsylvania. Those little tiny little ants. Um, the problem with them is that they're the ones who go out and hunt for the food. So they go out and they find a source of food and they take it back to the nest and they feed the nest or the hive, whatever you call it, an ant's nest. Okay. And then that brings out the bigger ants. And then the colony say, hey, you know what? If we got food out here, let's just move the colony. Next thing you know, you have these flying ants. And the flying ants are the ones who start up new nests for the ants. So we started seeing them as, you know what? It's time to do something about it. And since we have all these cats, we didn't want to get bug spray inside the house or put ant traps down, because next thing you know, you'll see an ant bouncing around the ant trap, right? So we got the guy came today. It was Ortho Green. Ortho Green does all kinds of stuff, but they came out this morning bright and early, and they sprayed outside the house with the. I guess it was the intention is these ants must be coming outside and coming into the house. Be honest with you, I think they're inside the house already. And but my wife won't let us spray inside. But we'll see what happens. If the ants go away next couple of days, then we did a good job. But anyway, yeah. So so you have that. So, but some folks. When I was 18 and I was still trying to find my way in life and was thinking about becoming a Mennonite, and I was very seriously thinking about becoming a Mennonite, Black Bumper Mennonite. And if you folks don't know what Black Bumper Mennonite are, they are a spinoff of the traditional Mennonite who lives on farms, no connection to the outside world, that kind of thing. And they spin off these Black Bumper Mennonites whose homes are traditionally more conventional, more old style, where they use oil lamps, things like that, but they're allowed to drive cars. But the chrome of the car has to be painted black, because you can't have anything shiny, because that makes you worldly. And plus, you got dressed in black clothing, jury clothing, nothing fancy. So I was really close to doing that, and a lot of the people had friends with the Amish, so we'd go visit them, and and they had no air conditioning, and nothing like that. It was hot, and there's flies everywhere. Because you live on a farm, of course you got cows and all the livestock, but they had these damn hanging strips, glue hanging strips throughout the whole house, and there's loaded with flies. But it certainly is a different way of life, but they're still living the way they did when they first came to the New World, and they're thriving. They're very wealthy. The Amish Mennonites are very wealthy people. Why? Because they don't have connections to the government, so therefore they don't pay taxes. They only use what they need. They live off of their farmland, so they have livestock, they have eggs, they grow their crops, they eat off of their own creation. But then they also have some businesses that they do open to the outside world, like carpentry. They'll go out and they'll help build homes and businesses. They'll build, construct furniture. It's a very, very talented people. But I almost became one of them, and I was in the Air Force Reserves at the time, and not married. And they said, Randy, because they were totally against the military, even though the military is allowing them to live the land the way they want. They were against the military. They said, I'm still got 2 years left in the military. And they said, well, just don't let the elders know. I said, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You want me to become one of you, to read the Bible, go to church, believe in God, but you want me to lie to the elders if they ask me if I'm in the military? That didn't sit well with me.
No, don't lie that you're in the military.
So I say, I maintained the friendship, but I went in a different direction. So yeah, and you know what? Maybe that was the way it's supposed to be, because I started going to a Baptist church, and there I saw a girl who I knew from high school, and we became friends. And next thing you know, she's my wife.
Yep.
So
How is Claudette?
Yeah. What?
How is the lovely Claudette?
She's fine. She her biggest complaint in life is she has asthma, and we took notice to that when we were early in our marriage. We had 2 cats. No, we had 1 cat, and then we added a second cat, and that's when her asthma kicked in, and we found out she was allergic to cats. And being the kind of person she is, she did not want to get rid of the cats. But at the same time, she didn't want to take the shots to ward off the allergic reaction to the cats. So eventually she started using an inhaler to help her breathe. Well, now we have 7 cats, and her asthma's gotten slightly worse. But she loves the cats so much, she won't do anything to reduce the population of our house. And you gotta give her the strength and the love for being the way she is. She's a very loving person, and
you told me it's either you or the cats. It's not sure.
No, I didn't do that.
Let's be ready. Please don't spill your coffee, regardless of whether or not it's in your mouth or it's in your cup, over your equipment.
Oh my God, Dave,
I learned that lesson, and that's why we're playing with different equipment that moves at the right speed. But I don't want anybody else to damage their equipment. But we're moving toward minutes left, so you can start winding down. I can start winding down, or we can start winding down. What are you doing this weekend?
This weekend, just
the same thing you do this week.
Yeah, right. But I have got to spend some time and try and figure out how to create that open and real like you have that we use for the show for myself. Because I do want to. I've been promising for a couple of years now to do my own broadcast for the South, and they're all supportive of me, and they're waiting for this show. And I mean, I could do the show without the intro. Obviously, I can do that.
No.
But I want to have that intro that brings people in. Oh, right, yes,
It helps, and we talk about it a lot. It's suno.com, suno.com. And if you type in a few words, it will create.
Yeah, that it does, and it's phenomenal.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I haven't played with it. I don't know if you can play with it and make an intro, but I know that there are AIs that do that for you. That if you tell them what you're looking for as far as pictures on the screen, set to music, and then you tell them some ideas about the music, it will write you, like you said, it will write you music with the name of your program in it, as well as other things, and it will take a slideshow and set it to your music. I don't know how difficult it is to use them to do that, but I am told it's very easy, and some of them are free, some of them have a fee, so you have to be careful. The Boogie with Bull intro was made by a friend who was on one night and knew that I didn't have one, and the next thing I know, I had one.
So I'm gonna tell you what. I'm going to show you guys a song that I created with just a few words, and it's like Dave said.
Colonel Mosby one.
No,
Colonel Mosby one.
No,
you can play that anytime you want. You just have to let me know.
So this is a different one. But $8 a month, folks, and it allows you to create 10 songs a day. Yeah. Okay. And like Dave said, maybe it'll take some time. Maybe it will create a real. The only thing is that it will have the music, but it won't have like a visual, like saying your host is Randy Rhodes, blah blah. Like Dave's has your host is Dave Globin. Share like. I need to find something like that. But this here is phenomenal.
If you're only allowed 5 words, you tell the host is.
Yeah.
You tell the host is Randall Rhodes.
Yeah, but you don't have
4 words.
Right, but I understand that.
Just let it go the song.
I understand that, but then you have like yesterday, Regina was saying how it was repetitive. It was repetitive because the lyrics were too short, so it has to fill in that 4-minute mark, and it fills it in with music of its own. Or sometimes I actually fill in with his own words, but folks, soon allows you for free, like 3 songs a day for free. Or $8 a month for 10 songs, plus it gives you some other options and stuff you can do. It's really simple. It's really easy. It's a lot of fun. So let me show this to you, folks. You know what? Before I do this, make sure I said audio. Whoops, don't do that already. Stop sharing. Okay. Bum, bum. Dun, 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 dun. You know, Dave, if you want something created for yourself, let me know, and I'll create a song for you. Just give me the words. The lyrics are for your wife, whatever, you know. There we go.
Men in gray with stars and bars, marching through the field of scars, Virginia roots and family ties, underneath those southern skies. Raise the flag and bow your head, for the stories of the ones now dead. Family, faith, and God above, echoing through the land we love. Fields of green and rivers wide hold the tales of stubborn pride. Voices carried on the breeze, whispering through the ancient trees. Raise the flag and bow your head, for the stars
Wow. Wow, 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 wow.
Wow, 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 wow.
You know what?
Wow,
That deserves
you
this.
keep saying wow. Okay, that's from Randy
Folks,
Rhodes,
I'm
the
on this tweet.
orchestra.
Yeah, I did all. I did the orchestration. I did the singing. I did the lyrics. I did. No, but if anyone has any thoughts who's watching this for a song for the South that you want me to create, give me the lyrics and I'll create it for you, and then share it with you, and then because actually this actually will allow you that if you created a song and you really love it, and you think it's going to be popular, it allows you to actually post it. So you own the rights to it, so no one else can steal the song. So I like that one so much. I'm going to do that. But folks, all roads lead to genealogy. I have 2 openings. Please, if you're interested in your family history, reach out to me. It's all kinds of stuff I can find out for you. And of course, Dave has Boogie with the Bull Monday, Wednesday, Fridays at 10 a.m. Eastern, and Tuesdays and
10
Thursdays.
a.m. Eastern and Tuesday, Thursday at
Sundays
7
are off.
p.m. Eastern. So we
Yeah.
get you. It's Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 10 a.m.
Yep.
Tuesday, Thursday at 7 p.m. That
Yep.
way we get everybody. It's Eastern, so adjust your time accordingly.
Yes.
As I say,
Set your clocks
and,
and don't be late.
I promise it's a layout adjustment to you much. So I'm going to play with it over the weekend, and it makes the screen a little bit better. Where it says live preview on the studio screen, it actually, I believe, get a little bit bigger, so that will make me look
Yeah. So
ready.
Dave, if you want someone else who watches our shows and is the professor and guru of computers, he actually sent me what he thinks might fix your problem. So I'll send you the directions so you can see what you can do for it. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I'll play around with it during the weekend.
I'll send
During the weekend,
I'll send you his
play with it.
instructions.
Okay.
So, folks, it's Friday. Get out there and enjoy life. What?
Right. Get out there, enjoy life, have a good time. I'm sorry I cut you off. That's about it. I won't tell you about a craft show over the weekend that you might want to be at.
Yeah.
And wonderful, wonderful things. Unfortunately, the only thing I have on, it's not unfortunate, the nearest thing I have on my desk is,
I actually had a call coming here from Texas, and I got a guy who's a client in Texas. So let me jump off, and I'll take. I'll tell you what. I'll mute myself, and you take that. Okay? You do that.
No. It's okay. It's okay. I couldn't get it at the right camera anymore.
It already ended.
I wanted to get a better.
Yeah, give out your wife's information for people who might want to be interested in craft things.
Yeah. I don't have it in front of me. I will make it in front of me, and I will make sure that I get it out. Go to Family Treasures Facebook page.
There you
Family Treasures Facebook page. I always say it looks like a checked chicken, but it's really not. It's variegated John. But go to the Family Treasures Facebook page. They have fantastic stuff. My wife, Donna, and our daughter-in-law do fantastic work. You have to see it. But if you're in the area and you get a chance to see it in person, I'm sure buy everything on the table. You can't buy the table. They need it.
Yeah.
But anyway, Randy, anything else you want to say?
That's about it. Just that people, Dave and I, we joke and we laugh, we cry, we fight, but at the end of the day, all we have is ourselves on this planet, and at some point in time, we all have to. Do you ever? And I don't know, maybe it's because I'm getting older, but I'll be in bed sleeping, and I'll be in such a dead sleep that time just flies by. And I'll wake up and say, holy crap, where did that, those 2 hours or 3 hours go? And it's like, is that what death is like, where you die and that's it? And but what makes me cry is the fact that at least now I wake up from that dead sleep. When my time comes, uh, I won't be waking up in this body. Hopefully, I will wake up somewhere else, and hopefully it's in heaven. Uh, I mean, again, folks, I don't know how much time you guys spend on your browser and so forth, but your browser start to learn what you look at and what you watch, what you read, and so forth. It will it'll give me these videos of life after death, death after life, and some of it scares me, some of it gives me hope. Um, uh, there was a true story of this little boy who died and went to heaven and then came back, and he was able to tell his family all kinds of stuff that as a 5-year-old boy he wouldn't know. But at the same time, there was also this girl who died and came back, and she started painting all these images of Jesus, things that she wouldn't know. So
we actually got one, and I want to read his comment before we actually take off. He's probably talking about you, but it says, "Good to see someone with common sense, somebody who's willing to stick their neck out for the cause. Keep up the good work you do, keeping people clear-headed about the lies
I actually have the kid's book. Heaven is for real. It tells about his story. This one here, also to heaven and back. It's a real life story of a doctor who died and went to heaven and came back. And then there's another one where this minister was driving to go somewhere, and he gets plowed in by this truck, and he was dead for like 15 minutes and talked. So life after death, I guess you have to wait. And I can say this, my personal experience is yes. I've seen my mom, my dad, my brother all experience life after death. And I'm going to tell you what, it scares me and it makes me happy. Because my brother, he saw hell. My dad, I don't know. My nephew and niece, who are very trustworthy people, claim they heard my dad calling out my mom's name in the house, a nickname that they would not have known. Okay, so who knows?
People are known to have said that is what they see. Those that may have not completed the journey to the other side. But to see a staircase or something with their family standing at top, those that have passed standing at top, and that's what they go to. My father, when he passed away, didn't want, and it wasn't out of disrespect to anybody, he wanted to be alone when it happened. And I think that he wanted to be alone when it happened, because if there was anything to make him think he still needed to be here, knowing my father, he would have still been here. And at stage 4, it was time for him to go and enjoy his rewards. As far as hell goes, I don't know, because I'm Jewish and we really not thought about hell.
Yeah.
We were just taught that you may live in a poor district up in heaven for putting it on. But if we keep going, you will miss whatever you had to do at 11 o'clock, and I don't want you.
Yeah. Yep. So folks, all roads lead to meteorology. I don't have a show yet. I'm working on that. But if you're looking for doing your family research, reach out to me to Colonel Randall Rhodes, which is going to be soon just be Randall Rhodes. I decided to drop the Colonel part for now. I talked to another person, and he recommended I do that. Yeah. I'm going to drop the Colonel. This will just be Randall Rhodes. I'll still have the Rebel stuff as far as the pictures. But reach
that.
out to me if you
Keep
want to
that.
find out
Keep
your
that.
family research. And from that, Dave, once again, a good show.
Hey,
We
always a pleasure.
we didn't fight. We didn't talk over top each other. We brought some good
No,
things to the table.
we
And
did talk. We did talk over the top of each other, but that's okay.
yeah, so makes this a talk show, right? So with that, folks, I'm going to say, Dave, I'm going to kick you out. You take care. And with me, I'm going to say, folks, all roads lead to geology, otherwise known as Colonel Randall Rhodes of the Gray Ghosts. Look me up under my name or my group name. Reach out to my clients, for they're all on Facebook. They're all willing to talk about me, and they're willing to give my goods and bads. Mostly, I think it's going to be goods. So if you're looking for some referrals, I'll reach out to them. Timothy Mouse, Tom Vernon, Alex Wisnet, Jennifer Wisnet, Regina Musser, Mindy Esposito Hergert, and the list goes on. So, folks, you take care.